Welcome to another episode of Sibling Rivalry, and this is episode 3.
Oh wow!
Hope you tuned into the other 2 episodes. If not, you need to get on that. We are currently under the I Often Wonder moniker. If you're looking for it, look for I Often Wonder. Go to the page, go to the channel, and you should see it under there. Or if you just want to hear the podcast version, we on every podcast channel you can think of: Spotify, iHeart, all of them.
You gotta think about it.
I was like, oh, what's the rest of them? I usually just listen to Spotify, Apple Music. I'm also on Spotify, so that's why Spotify comes to my head at first. But anyway, so if you have not met us, allow me to introduce myself.
My name is Ho.
And I am Mel. And this Coach Tiff over there. So how you doing today, Tiff?
I am Coachy Clean. No, I'm doing great. I don't know. I just wanted to say something.
Did you say your coochie clean?
No, I said Coachy Clean. See? But my coochie is clean. Let me tell you, I did take a shower. I'm a little bit tired from last night. I had an event. So I'm just trying to I don't drink, so I can't say I'm hungover, but I'm just like.
Well, tell us a little bit about your event. What kind of event you have?
Well, let me tell you. I am a cannabis coach as well as a integrative health and nutrition coach, but I throw a lot of cannabis infused events. So yesterday we had a puff and paint. We're on the paint bus, and it was really nice. Everybody came out, showed out. We had vendors, and we had a lot of cannabis. So we had fun. Good time. And they also did, believe it or not, we did have drinks. We had a lady that was making drinks out of pineapples. Okay. So a lot of people were really getting that. And then we offered wine, but we only went through 1 bottle of wine. I don't even think we went through a whole bottle of wine. I don't know, because by the time I got back to look, it was gone. So I assumed, but then the guy was cleaning up, so he might have threw it away. I don't know. But I still have wine left over, so keep the party going.
Right.
The next event.
That's a good thing. Keep going. That's good.
And my job is to erase that stigma. So all y'all that's turning your nose up now, like, oh my gosh, you said cannabis, you so ghetto. Stay tuned. By the end of this season, you'll be like, oh my goodness, where is my cannabis? I guarantee it.
Cannabis is good.
That's right. Now let's get it cracking.
All right. You had no underage kids there, did you? Partaking your cannabis.
So what you trying to get me to go to jail now? I'm trying not to understand this. I tell you, it's always one. The alphabet boys be lurking. They be in your family. Nigga, once the police, always the police. I tell you.
COINTELPRO, nigga. COINTELPRO.
I see. Once the popo, always the popo. Don't go. 112, 12 on it.
12. But speaking of underage, do you hear what I was up with the Pope?
Oh my.
I'm sorry, not the Pope, the Dalai Lama.
Yeah, the Dalai Lama. That was crazy. But you know what? I'll tell you this, and this goes for any religion. I know I sit on one of the boards in my church, so I am Christian. I'm down with it. But I think that so many people are so enamored about that religion thing and the lead, whether it's your pastor, it's the Pope or whatever, that they just don't see these things. Because ain't no way in the world you feel comfortable to asking my child, whether you're playing or not, you a grown-ass man, asking my child to suck your tongue. I'd have slapped the shit out of him. Oh my, let's dial it back. I'm sorry. I'd have been like,
do you?
Right.
Is that the cannabis talking?
No, that's the problem. Maybe I just need to get some. That is the problem. I need it. Now you guys see why I use it every day. And if I don't, this is what you get. No, but I think that was a bit much. And then for people to be justifying it, I think that's what makes me really upset, is that people are justifying it, saying that you know, that you just don't know, and like it's okay, and just some crazy stuff. Like, how do you justify? Okay? Because they feel like, because in the culture, and I don't want to misspeak, so I just know that one of the cultures over there is like they stick out their tongue or whatever. I know it was explained to me, and I think that's why I can't remember, because in my mind it just I couldn't put that together. I'm just like, no, I don't care. That just don't make sense to me. And maybe I'm just too Western for you, or too American for you, to where it's just that don't make sense. You know, I mean, I do think that we over sexualize or we're so prudish here in America. I do believe that. But at the same time, no child should be sucking on anybody's tongue. No. The only thing they be sucking is their mama titty to get milk, and that's it. And I don't even think 6-year-olds should be sucking, but that's a whole nother story. And don't at me or don't DM me. I ain't the one. You better hope I have my cannabis if you do. What is your thoughts, brother?
That's some bullshit. For real. Okay, your coach can be, messing with little kids. I'll make it right.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? You can tell me, that's our culture. I mean, nothing. Your culture should not involve sexualizing a kid in any type of way.
Right.
I don't see nothing that's coming out of him sucking your tongue.
Yeah, no.
Now kissing. I know some people have a problem with
kissing on the lips.
Kiss on the lips and stuff like that. That's not my thing, but I don't have a problem with it to a degree.
So you don't mind somebody kissing your kid on the lip, like if you had a little baby?
That's what I said, to a degree.
Okay. I don't mind if a parent.
I don't think it's a sexual thing. Put it this way, I don't think it's a sexual thing if it's culturally. It's something your culture to do. Put it that way. Kiss on the lips. If it's just like a little peck and it's like a relative, someone close to you, something like that. Your child. I don't think it's a sexual thing. It's not my thing, but I don't find fault in it. I won't be like, oh my God, that's crazy. But then you start talking about your tongue.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Why is he sucking your tongue? What's the purpose? There's no, to me, you can't tell me a religious purpose for that. Your tongue is so holy that you gotta suck it. I mean, that's probably what they tell the altar boys in the Catholic Church. My dick is so holy, you need to suck it.
Right. Whatever works.
Whatever works. You know what I'm saying? He probably like, hey, little boy, come on here. Let me get you in the mood.
Good old silk. Right, like my semen is holy water. Just spray it on you.
let me set that mood for you.
Right. Yeah, that was a bit much for me.
Right.
Too much. If I do it,
I can't do it.
Yeah, I think that when you come to kissing, like I said, if it's not your child, like a parent and maybe a grandparent, and that's really kind of playing a little too much for me. But a parent, I don't think there's anything wrong with kissing your kids. My point is, and not even on a sexual thing, it's just that adults have done a lot of things with their mouth.
That's true.
And you shouldn't be kissing no kids. Yeah, it's a mouthwash, but some adults have done too much that I wouldn't want to kiss your ass. So I can imagine a kid with a little
you got to toss somebody's salad and they suck in your skin.
Mess around and have all kind of bumps in the morning. No. Like, let my kids out on their own.
Let him go explore his own. We'll need you to coach him.
Right. No, thank you. But
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No.
Then my thing is, and this is the problem I have sometimes with organized religions. You get those people that want to back it up, or that they want to support it, or want to give excuses for it, and then he comes out, oh, I'm sorry. Why the hell you already raped my child, you're gonna talk about you sorry?
And I'm pretty sure that ain't the
already
first
done.
time.
The deed is already done, right?
Right.
You can't apologize like you do a heinous act. and think that's gonna dissolve it. Oh, I'm sorry. No,
that's what everybody's saying.
You know what I'm saying? Just like I was watching that video where the girl was in the
You seen the same girl on Warren G's video?
No, not that one.
Don't see how they got it.
I seen the same thing in Warren G's video. And she, the lady spit on the black chick, and while she was beating her ass, talking she's sorry. It's too late for sorry now.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry. What? It's too late for that.
Right. You can't put it back in the bag. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like, what you got? The echoing. You need to turn something down. You echoing.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Is it me?
I got my stuff turned down.
Is it me? How is it now?
Yeah, it's better. Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I don't hear the echo. It's better. But yeah, I think it's like you can't put, like you said, put it back in the bag. It's already done.
Right.
And then you got people justifying it. That makes it worse to me. Why are we justifying this behavior? And any other time you want to cancel people for the simplest stuff, this man is having a kid suck on his tongue. We not canceling because he's the Dalai Lama?
I was just about to say that. That's because of that religion thing.
That's crazy.
Everybody is so caught up in religion. They didn't push God out the way.
Right.
They just focusing on religion to where they making all these pastors or leaders gods.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just ridiculous because ain't no way in the world you should feel comfortable with telling a kid to suck your tongue. And
you're not in no private setting, so you all out of open, like, so you just like, I can do what I want.
And then the parent like, oh, it's okay. I'd have slapped the crap out of him.
Right.
Like, slap this.
Right.
Praise the Lord.
Lick this hallelujah. For real. That's just crazy. I can't get with that.
No, me either.
But out here pimping folks.
Speaking of pedophiles, well, I shouldn't say that. Speaking of grown men and kids, how about that? Does that sound all right?
Damn.
Right. Well, shit. You red shirting folks. That
right.
You a pedophile. But what do you think about that Marques Houston and his wife? This is wife. Marques Houston is the same age as me. His wife is older than, we are, really, for real. Yes, that nigga in his 40s. Oh, we gonna exit that out, right? I'm still trying to
said it.
Right. We gonna leave that one out. But yeah, we're the same age, and shit, his wife is younger than my oldest son. Like, what the hell?
Damn. Yeah, he redshirted freshman around here.
Okay.
I mean, I ain't talked to her while she was 17, and nigga, you shouldn't.
Right. Like, you didn't do anything, but you married this woman. I was gonna say something else. I caught myself. Thank you. You married her at 19, though. So your ass still wrong.
Yeah.
Like, can she get a life before she get to mess around with you and you talking about we spirit? Well, nigga, that's the wrong spirit you needed to
get. That's a spirit of lust.
Right. And no God, Jehovah wasn't in that. They're Jehovah Witnesses.
Jehovah don't preach red shirting.
Right. The only witness that you got was the pedophile witness.
Right.
Like, what the hell?
That was the wrong spirit. What
are your thoughts that you have 2 daughters and you're a male?
My thing is this. This is my thing. I mean, you come across females that look older than you are, and you may be attracted to. Well, when would you find out how old they are? That's when you pump the brake. Oh, wait a minute.
It should be like this. 17. Oh.
Put that finger up like in church. Oh, it's time to go.
No, I'm talking about your dick.
Oh, yeah, like this then.
It should go down like, oh,
right. Hell no. 17.
I'm going to be your daddy.
That's jail time.
Exactly. Most importantly.
That's first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? That's jail time.
Right.
I'm good with that. I mean, there's other people around here I can mess with that's not 17.
So let me ask you, are you gonna watch the documentary?
You got a documentary about it?
Yeah, that's what
that's what it's from?
Yeah, that's what it was from. That was a snippet of his thing.
I doubt it. Here's my thing too. there's a few things I want to point out, and it's not about a justification, but I just want to point it out for the simple fact is that, is a pattern here. You look at, let's take Michael Jackson. I'm not saying Michael Jackson did what he did, but I'm saying is he was a child actor or child star, and he didn't have a childhood, and that's the reason why he kind of around kids all the time.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Marques Houston was a child star who had that same type of life,
and allegedly
had stuff happen to him.
Yeah.
And so I'm bringing this up because, I heard the one I saw both ones he sent me. The one I'm kind of referring to was the two girls that was talking about it. And it was like, well, how can you have something in common with that? But you got to think about his mentality may still, because he didn't have a childhood.
Right.
His mentality may be a young mentality still because he didn't have a childhood. I'm not justifying what he did. I'm just pointing that out too. That's a part of that too that you got to kind of add into that. And the reason why when you have these child stars and child actors, it's important to let them experience their childhood and not let them grow up too fast, because when situations like this arrive, their mentality is still in a child's mind.
No, and I get that what you're saying, because even like, but I have another caveat to that. Like, the reason why I enjoy being a preschool teacher is the fact that you can live out your childhood because you see it through the kids and through a kid's eyes. And you have so much fun, like, oh, I can let loose and do this, and ain't nobody gonna talk about me. Like, I can slide down this slide, and the kids gonna be rooting you all like, go. Versus a grown person. So no, I get that, but at the same time, you heard me say preschool teacher, so nigga, go volunteer.
Well,
like that don't mean make this person your wife.
Whatever. Yeah.
And as far as like Michael, he has said that countless of times, like seeing that innocent from kids and so many adults wanting so much from him. And kids don't want anything but for you to be nice. And sometimes kids don't even care if you're not nice to them. You know what I mean? Because they have such a innocence where you can be mean to them, say I'm sorry, and they'll come back and still love you. Versus adults, they gonna hold that grudge. So I get it. And for Michael, I mean, not talking about sleeping with no kisses. I don't want no damn kids in my bed, but I kind of get, I kind of get him. Like, that's why he built Neverland and all that stuff. So I don't see that part is a problem. But when you talking about, oh, well, we slept in the bed, or, oh, I'm marrying this chick, that's where it's like, oh, okay, now you done took it. Here's the line, and you way over here. You know what I mean?
Now, one thing they had said, I can't remember who it was. Who was doing the interview with the two girls? Who were they? You know?
One of them is Mandy from Horrible Decisions. Her and another girl.
Okay.
I love them. Y'all go check them out. Some black girls on YouTube. And then the other girl is, Mandy has another podcast with another girl, and I have not listened to it, so I apologize for not knowing her name.
Okay. Well, because she had pointed out, I don't care if she's 21. I'm like, okay, now I think if she's 21, it's a difference.
No, I think what she was meaning, See the Thing podcast. I don't think that's the name of it, but I'll find out what the girl's name is by the end of it. But I think she meant like, is she 21 now? That means back in the day you was looking at her, and by him being the age that he is, and you looking at a girl 21 before, like you still was too damn old to be looking at her. Like I said, like she older than my younger than my damn son.
Yeah, okay. I thought you were saying, is he 21? I'm like, wait a minute now. Hold on.
No, yeah, that's what she meant. She's like, if a nigga that old, if he 50 and you 21 and younger, he's not looking at your best intentions. He looking at his lustful intentions. You know, I mean, there are exceptions to every rule. And I know it's gonna be some people that are gonna bring up the fact that when our grandparents were younger. You know, it was an age difference. They were being married off at 13. Like our grandparents were 18 Well, no, they got married at 19, but they were together. They had their first kid at 18.
Right.
So, but they was married for 63 years. I just think the niggas back then just don't want to say divorce, so they just like, all right, I don't like this person, but we gonna be together.
But a friend of mine, I can't remember the stepmom or stepdad. Which one's a step? But anyway, it's a 27-year difference.
A who?
27-year difference.
Good googly goose. That's a whole person.
I know. She said they happily married. They've been married for a minute.
When did they get married? She was 13 and he...
No, I don't know, because like one of them is like whether the parent I came with was parents, not her mother or father, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like after her
probably
parents
the mother.
Up, maybe after the parents split up, it was like, you know, they kind of, I guess she met him online, or him or her online, whoever wasn't there, they met online.
It was the mama. The mama is the step. I'm sorry, that was so generalized, and I don't want to talk. I like male fans too. I'm sorry, guys, but y'all know I'm right.
But anyway, it's a 27-year difference. I was like, oh, okay.
Wow.
And she said, no, they get along perfect. It's like, you know, you can't. I mean, except for the obvious difference, you can't tell. It's like, you know, they talk, all that stuff, have fun, all that kind of thing. So my thing is like this: if they both of a legal age, it's not an issue to me. You know.
No, I mean, I look at one of the Olsen twins. Her husband she was 19 and he was 50, and they still married. He's an old man with kids, and she was just a little young kid. I mean, just for money. I had more money than him, but
yeah, probably. I mean, once you turn 18, you consider an adult. I still think you should wait till I still think you should wait till 21 before you engage in something like at least 21. I say at least 21, but you engage in something like this. Especially if you're talking about an older person,
right? You
know, because I think I mean when I was like 18, 19. I still had high school memories. I still think about high school. You know, I still had high school experiences in me. I was still like, you know, I knew I was kind of considered quote unquote an adult. I didn't feel like an adult. Still feel like a kid. You know
because some 18-year-olds are still in school, high school.
Right. You know, so
graduate to 18 or.
So I think once you turn 21, then I think, you know, because you're on that other side now. You're starting looking, you know, hopefully into a career, what you want to do, or in college, you know. So it's a different mindset, a different thing. You start to do adult things, so you can kind of on some level understand an adult, because by then you might be paying your own bills and paying your own car note and trying to juggle class, work, and social life. You know, so you are doing things that are just you have some kind of common ground. But you're talking about, she reminded me of my mother, and it's on a spiritual level. At 17, bro, she was still in high school.
Right.
I think about high school stuff. I mean, my other job I work at is nothing but high school girls there. You know, I laugh and joke and I keep it moving.
Right.
Because after a while, when you try to sit, you know, like we have breaks and stuff, we have conversation. It's a high school conversation.
Yeah, because they're like, what? What are you talking about?
I don't really care about. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, that ain't nothing I'm dealing with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand how y'all connect on a spiritual level. That didn't make sense to me.
No, I definitely.
Because y'all both in the same religion. They still have different experiences because of the age difference.
No, I agree. It's crazy. The girl's name is Bridget Kelly, and she's a musician.
Yeah, he said it connected on a musician music level too.
Yeah.
I was like, you ain't no real musician.
Not at all, but that's a whole nother story. Look, that's something totally different.
Hell, you really wasn't a real actor, but anyway.
I was about to say, and the acting, them B-rated movies.
What that sitcom we had in the barbershop?
Oh, yeah. I actually like that one now. What was this sitcom? Yeah, but Marques Houston, I think... He needs to sit down. I wouldn't even told anybody about that.
Nah, me either. And then he was like nonchalant about it. Yeah, you know, I red shirted, it's cool. I had to wait till she turned age. Okay, then I'm looking like, bruh.
Like, I just had to red shirt her right quick.
It's like, bro, just why we even talking about that? That should have been something between y'all and just a few people around that knew, and kept it moving. And then doing a documentary about it.
And then you telling people.
Like, you telling me.
Like, it's okay. I guess Jehovah okay with that.
Well, he ain't do nothing. Oh, that's what you say. That's what you say. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean nothing. I mean, can't investigate it now because then I can go back and do a time stamp on a posting.
How about, where the hell was her parents? Cuts. It was called Cuts.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, where was her parents at?
Like, how the parents? They're like, oh, hell no. Nah.
You how old?
Right.
No,
if you don't take your old ass on and go find you somebody, nigga, you receding. Your hairline is gone. I asked you about to marry my daughter who just started growing hair.
Right.
Oh, Jesus. And I have a young daughter, and I just couldn't imagine her coming home, even at 17, and saying, oh, I got a 22-year-old boyfriend. Oh, okay. Well, you gonna tell that nigga you better not come over here unless you want some really hot things.
For real.
And those who know. Don't step on my porch.
You got some hot ones.
Right, definitely. You're gonna have a couple of wounds there. Holes there, sir.
But yeah, that's another thing too. It's like what you said is kind of fast. I don't say fascinating, but it's kind of interesting because 22 and 17 is close in age.
It is.
They're not close in mentality.
No. I mean, I think that, and once you get older, once she gets to be 18 or 19, you will catch up to him. So it's not a big deal. But why don't you wait until she catches up with you? That's all I'm saying. So but you coming in and you picking her up from school, you say what?
It's okay to red shirt it in if you're 22?
I mean, once she gets to be a little older, 18, 19, then
red shirt her until she turns
22. Hey, listen. I think that's a little bit fine than him being 45 and her 17. Yeah, that's a big difference and a huge problem. But I mean, because if you think about it, and I have thought about this, like we just said, when you graduate, there's some 18-year-olds that's still in school. Think about that 13-year-old that just started 9th grade and he in the 12th grade.
Yeah, that happens too.
Yeah. Like, what do you do with that?
The same thing.
Like, nigga, wait till she get senior. Wait till she get at least 10th grade.
10th grade, you know what I'm saying?
11th grade.
At least have to get her feet wet.
Right.
You know she just got into the school.
She grow some hair.
Right, you know what I'm saying? She barely know what it is to be a high schooler. You like, hey, like that.
Right.
You know, it's crazy. When I was in 12th grade, 9th grade looked so young.
They do. Especially now. I mean, I know it's been a long time since you've been past the high school. And I'm glad. I'm happy for that.
Because I'm not R. Kelly.
Right, that's all. Like, I'm happy for that.
I'm sorry, or Marques Houston.
They need a new R. Kelly.
I need my future wife.
Right.
Let me cruise on by 4 right quick.
But if you look at these, when I say that they look like elementary school schoolers, it is crazy. From the middle schoolers all the way to the high schoolers, like the 9th and 10th grades, you can always tell. The 6th graders look like they in the 3rd grade. I'm serious. I'm like, oh, they not in high school, huh? And then the high schooler ones, they just look so young. Then I was like, well, maybe it's because I'm older now versus me being in there. You know what I mean? Like when you were in high school, even if you, like, I know I always look young. but I felt like, ooh, I'm looking grown. You know, let me put some makeup on. You know, yeah. But that might be what they thinking too, and it's like, oh no, y'all look like some little babies.
I mean, you see a few they look older. You be like, you know, but for the most part, they look young. Like I said, the ones at my other job, some of them look old, some of them look young. Like a couple of them look like, are you old enough to work here?
Oh yeah.
It's just one that's in there. I was like, she is so, I mean, tiny, like tiny. I'm like, I'm glad you ain't get paid by the pound because you be broke as hell. You know what I'm saying? Because you was tiny, girl. Where the rest of you at?
Right.
She
left something in the car.
Right. The rest of you.
Right.
For real. And then some of them, they look like they 18, 19. I one girl there, I thought she was like, you know, I thought she was in high school. I think she looked old enough, but I thought she was like 12th grade. She's like, I'm just 14. I was like, what?
How's she working at 14?
You can work there at 14. 14, 14, you take, there's a certain circumstance when you're 14. I forgot how it goes. Cause I was trying to get one of mine a job when they was 14. I can't remember which one it was.
Mine need a job. That's what you see it. My face lit up like, oh, you can get work.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A, you can get a job at 14.
I know AMC, so we looking at that.
Definitely, you turn 15, you get a job.
Yeah.
I forgot what the circumstance with 14 because first I don't have a 14-year-old, and two, I don't fuck a 14-year-old, so you know what I'm saying? So I don't know the circumstances.
Right.
I just know they can work 3 hours, and some like they can only work because the funny thing is, like, when they come, say my shift started at 3 o'clock. I get there 2:40 sometimes. I mean 2:45, 2:50. I go ahead and punch in. They gotta punch in right at 3 because they gotta work exactly 3 hours. Cause I was like, I'm about to go punch in. I want her to come punch in. Oh, we can't punch in. I'm like, why? It's 2:55. We gotta wait till 3 o'clock. I'm like, oh,
because they clock all their hours.
Yeah, so it's a little different with them.
Yeah, that's how I was with a co-op.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's a whole nother story because I was just about to go down a rabbit hole on that one. I think they changed it to the rules.
They might have.
Because I know, like, my husband, his niece, she works, and even last year, because she's 16 now, but last year when she was working, she was doing like 40 hours. At least it seemed like she was doing 40 hours. And I remember you only could do 25. I think 26 was the most. And she was working late at night. She was working.
Well, you can work at night. You can only work. She only can work a couple of hours.
Right. She was working 10 and 11.
A couple of them close, but they come in like around 7 or something like that.
Well, it
depends on how old you are. I know it depends on how old you are, because a couple of us in 12th grade, they can work all day. I see them working. Like, I'm like, you still here? Yeah, they work at least 6 hours.
Well, I don't think the hours, unless we were like in school. Like if it was a school night, then the hours mattered. But on the weekend,
don't matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter, but we couldn't work long, like 10 and 11 o'clock. You couldn't do that.
Right.
And you only could work, X amount of hours a week anyway, because I didn't get threatened to get kicked out about many times because mine was clocking. I was working 40 hours. Like, what? You gonna pay me for what? Oh yeah, yep, I can work. Oh yep, I can work. I got plenty of shopping.
Right.
For real. And that's all I did. I paid my car note, my insurance. The rest of that money was mine. I was shopping. Burning the hole.
But yeah, so drop in the comments what you think about this Marques Houston situation and the Dalai Lama situation. Let us know what you think. Is he wrong for red shirting? Should kids be sucking on tongues? Let us know.
I usually say we not gonna judge, but I'm a judge and send damn police if you talk about it's okay. I'm just saying. So choose your words carefully. Love you. Thanks for watching.
So it's a documentary. Speaking of documentaries, there's another one coming up. Tupac and his mom.
Dear mama.
And I'm kind of curious what it's gonna be like. I want to see it, and I don't want to see it.
Why you wouldn't want to see it?
Because part of me is like, I don't think I'm gonna do it. Some reason I don't think they're gonna do a good job, or they're gonna make. I don't know. I just kind of got that feeling they're not gonna do a good job on it. Because there's a lot of nuances to the type of relationship they had.
Yeah.
And if you don't do the right kind of justice to it, it's gonna make one of them look real bad.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I think you have to walk a fine line because her drug use and stuff like that, and how she even got hooked on it, and and you got to talk about her activism. And how that influenced him. I think you have to look at, you have to explore all that. You can't just go in and show, moving to different parts of the country, and and Tupac doing different stuff that people didn't understand, and then show her strung out on drugs and all that kind of stuff. You got to show all. To me, you got to show all of it to get the full idea of what it was like. And then it was in a different time, different era. And I think in that time, you had a lot of, back in her time, you had a lot of activism going up. In the 90s, you had a lot of activism going on. And I think it was a good time. Like Tupac said in one of the songs, Marvin Gaye, made him feel good about being black. That's how it was in the 90s, man. In the 90s, a lot of the music made you feel good about being black.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff, like movies too. I mean, a lot of pro-black movies, and there was a lot of stuff going on. TV shows, black people was getting TV shows, stuff like that. The WB, and some argue the WB was a bunch of clowns. But to me, if you think about it, you didn't see a lot of us at one time on a network. So I didn't.
All it was doing was, I feel like when it comes to sitcoms, anyway, everybody followed the same format. It was just
pretty much
different color, all black ensemble. I mean, we can always talk about, well, even with Different World, you had that the one that plays stupid or dense, right. And then you had that strong lead. So I think every sitcom had it, and now I feel like even with the white shows, they just throw a black person in there that makes absolutely no
random one. Like he be, they don't even like how we friends. Right. The same with the gay guy. It's like, it's not a problem. I don't have a problem with throwing a gay guy in when it makes sense, or a gay person. Let me say, because it could be a guy or a woman. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it only makes sense. Like, we gotta, for all the demographic, get a black person in there, get a gay person in there. It's like, okay, but let it make sense.
Yeah, or they throw in make the person that you done seen for 4 seasons having a boyfriend or having a girlfriend, and then now they gay. It's like, come on, make it make sense.
Right, make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Does it happen? Yes, it happens, but it's not like a occurrence that happens all the time. Right. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it make sense. And that's not my biggest thing about a lot of those sitcoms back then. Not sitcoms, about a lot of the patterns that they followed. But like I said, the 90s was great, man. When it came to stuff like that. I was thinking about some of the stuff I used to watch back in the day. I watched some on YouTube. It kind of made me go down a little rabbit hole in my mind. Like, oh yeah, I remember that. That was good, man. I liked Smart Guy. I liked the Wayans brothers. I like Smart Guy, man. You like Smart Guy?
Salute to the Maury boy, Taj, and Omar Gooden.
I like Omar Gooden, bro. I love him. I like Omar Gooden, bro.
I like him too. Yeah, and
most all the roles he played, I like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Great actor.
Hang Time, Anthony Anderson. But that wasn't an all-black one.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't, but still. Yeah. Hang Time used to come on Saturdays, though.
Yeah, I used to watch that while I was working. That was my break time.
Jamal.
Yeah, Malcolm and Eddie. Girlfriends. Now, okay, here we go. Since we're talking about sitcoms.
Okay.
I liked Girlfriends.
However.
Don't at me either. I don't think it was like my everything. You know how they made such a big deal about Girlfriend? That wasn't my like, oh my God, I gotta make it home to go see Girlfriends. Like that wasn't it. I liked it, and I did watch it and support it.
To me, Girlfriends and Sisters was missing something.
I can see that.
I watched it. Don't get me wrong, I watched it, but it was like it's missing something. I don't know what I mean.
I love William.
If I kind of analyze, I like William on there and stuff like that. But I mean, it was portions of it you liked. Right. It wasn't like when it came out like, oh, this is disgusting. You know what I'm saying? And
then when they got rid of Tony Childs, it was like, okay. I think she kind of helped it. Then when she was gone, it was like, okay, I agree. I can see that. Like it was missing something,
right?
Some formula. Because they did, I mean, they had that same formula. They had the dense one, but she really wasn't dense. She just was a free spirit, and that was Lynn.
Sister?
No,
Lynn.
That was Lynn. Then they had like the little strong one, which was Joan.
The darker chick.
Oh yeah, they had the sassy chick. That was
I forgot her name.
Maya.
Yeah, Maya.
Look, I know Maya.
Joe was
Diana
Tracy.
Ross.
Yeah.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
Yeah.
Her daughter. Yeah.
Until she got older, I always thought she was not attractive.
Really? I thought it was the eyes. She looked just like her mama.
I think she got better looking as she got older. For me,
yeah, we aged like that.
She looked like the Sea Hag henchman. But
her body though now is like, woof. You gotta see it. She was taking pictures of herself. Well, not like naked pictures, of course. She was like in a bathing suit. But
she gotten better with time. Time served her well.
Served her well. She is nice looking. Yeah, I just wasn't a fan of Girls Friends. I love the A Different World.
A Different World came at the right time.
We need another Different World like that because it brought the issues that we were dealing with at the time, and it explained it. But they also brought like a little comedy into it, so it wasn't so heavy.
Right.
But you were exposed to what was going on, and it's not just your community or not just wherever you live, it's everywhere. Right. And everybody could relate to that, even if you wasn't in college. And then it made little kids like me, because I was a lot younger, to, oh, you know what, I want to go to college, I want to go to the HBCU. I gotta, you know what I mean, I gotta get down south, use my roots. So I think we definitely need something like that. But then that poses a question though. Are sitcoms really relevant right now? Because you really don't see many unless you're watching Hulu or, Netflix or some kind of streaming service.
I don't know. I'm probably the wrong person to ask because I don't watch regular TV anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. I know my daughter watches TV on YouTube. Like, they have different shows on YouTube.
Yeah.
You really
watch some of those too. I watch some of those YouTube shows. They're not bad.
Yeah.
They used to be horrible when they first came out. Some used to be garbage.
Oh, well, the ones you watch is garbage.
They got a little bit.
It looked like shit.
But yeah, I watch some YouTube shows, but I don't even have cable in my house.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? Huh?
So deprived.
No, I don't need it.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah, I stream everything. What am I missing? I'm depriving myself of a bill. I can get that I can get that online though. I can get if I want to watch Lifetime, which I don't, but if I want to watch Lifetime, I got access to Sling. Lifetime's on Sling.
I heard you just bring that, which I know. I heard that you slid that in.
Lifetime's on Sling. So if I really want to watch Lifetime, watch Sling.
Yeah, and a TV. If you got a smart TV, it come on the smart TV channel.
Yeah, that's smart TV. Yeah,
that's true. But I didn't. It's funny that you said that too, because a lot of people saying that. Just like I was telling, I can't remember what we were talking about, but I was like, oh yeah, this phone keep ringing, and people, and the person asked me like, you got a phone at your house? And I'm like, yes. But that's true. A lot of people don't. They got away from that landline phone and they use their cell phones because they found that it's cheaper.
I have a line, and that's just like, I just gotta buy the phone, and I'm gonna kind of keep the phone here, but I probably won't plug it up unless an emergency happens and like power go out. I can still use my phone.
Yeah.
You know,
and that's what we got it for. It was just like, all right. And then the kids, before they had their own cell phones, it's like, okay, you need this phone so you can call and get in touch with us whenever. You know what I mean? But they don't know nobody's damn number no way. So shoot,
I'd rather
be SOL. Just run.
I'd rather know that. I'm so used to just going in, tapping the name, boom. Mm-hmm. Like on my iPad, the numbers are not even. The names are not stored in there. So I look on my iPad, I see a number pop up. I'm like, who the hell is that?
Right.
I got to pick up my phone. Oh, that's so and so.
That's me, unless it's an out of town number.
Right.
Then you be like, all right, let me pick it up. If it's an out of town number, like a North Carolina number, I'm gonna pick it up anyway, or Chicago, or something like that.
But but getting back to the documentary before we wrap it up, I think it's. I'm just curious why this angle of it, and why now.
So I didn't give my opinion on this.
Oh, go ahead, give your opinion on it.
I welcome it. Okay. And the reason why I said I welcome it is because we talk so much about Tupac this and Tupac that. And that we have talked about him being an activist. We talked about him, being a thug and thug life and all that. But we never went in deep about him as a person and where he came from. And his stuff, his root and his heart came from his mom. And although, she was a drug addict and she had her struggles, that doesn't negate the fact that she was a strong Black woman. She was a part of the Black Panthers.
Right.
I want to explore that part. You got, especially these young kids that don't even know what the hell a book is, let alone picking it up and reading it.
Right.
Really, and they not, and if they gonna pick it up, it's not gonna be nothing about no Afeni Shakur. Or Marcus Garvey or anything like that. It's gonna be about a Jay-Z or Beyonce or something like that. Not taking anything away from them, because they do a lot of activism in their own rights, But we need to get down to the core and our ancestors who came before that was really walking that walk. Because I know damn well, I might be wrong, but I can't see Beyonce going up against no police officers being out there on those streets. And it shouldn't me either. To a certain degree, like I can talk all I can talk out up here in this silver tower, or was it an ivory tower? But you talking about walking the streets and going through that, and they talking about dogs. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me know when you need to check. I'll send y'all the money. Like, shit, you unleashing dogs on me, or this water hose?
Dogs on me?
Are you really about that life? Right? It's like.
Well, here's the thing. I always say this too, because we on the other show we kind of talk about this. When it comes to activism, there always going to be a need for levels of active soldiers.
Yeah.
The people that's going to get in the streets and just get dirty. Then there's people that's just going to administrative people and they write the checks. Look at
file this paperwork.
Right. Look at if you look at Harry Belafonte. Who else was it? I don't know if it's Otis Ray. This is somebody else. There's another entertainer. They wrote checks to bail all the civil rights people out. They needed that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you need all walks of life, all forms to fight the fight. So I say that because a lot of people will say, well, you ain't in these streets, but do something.
Yeah.
Do what you can do That was they need you to do it. Some people don't have the heart for that, and you can't force people to have a heart for that. Some people don't have the heart for that.
Right.
Some people do.
And you definitely don't want them people, because shoot, as soon as they get bad, they be like, "Oh, it was to."
Right.
Before they even ask to.
Right. So, what use your strengths? What is your strengths? You know, if it's writing, everybody needs you to write up some paperwork or whatever it is. And I think that's how the fight should be. But anyway, we coming up on an hour now, so let's go ahead and wrap this thing up.
Yeah, thank you, because I was really about to go somewhere, and the next thing you know, I had the feds knocking on my door. So thank you very much. Cut me off.
Before we wrap it up, go ahead and plug your stuff, Coach Tim.
Well, you can find me on Instagram at Holistic Empowerment. Holistic is spelled with a W, so WHOLISTIC _EMPOWERMENT. Holistic Empowerment. Yes, that's a lot. Or you can find me on Facebook, Fibromyalgia Warriors Empowered.
Okay.
Or catch me on my new website that will be dropping on 420. Yep, you know it, 420. FibroWomenWarriors.com. See y'all until next time. This is Coach Tiffany Gocher, Detroit's finest.
Now while she didn't gave her salute and her salutations and all that stuff, you know, you catch me on several podcasts. I just be hopping around. I be hoeing around on podcasts.
He be hoeing. A podcast hoe.
Podcast hoe. But yeah, you catch me at the No Name Podcast. That's the Lions podcast I do with Detroit Lions, IOW Sports. I'm on that too. You catch me that every Monday and Thursday. We go live at 4 p.m. So if you like sports, you want to just chop it up about sports, hey, jump in. We're going live on YouTube. IOW Sports, go over there, look us up. 4 p.m. We there. No Name Podcast. I drop podcasts every week. Mental Mail. If you just want to just hear about just
how crazy his ass is. Sorry.
What? Just like things I just kind of wonder about. You know, sometimes I just turn the mic on and just go to rambling about things I wonder about. You know, you can catch that on the IOW moniker, also on Spotify and everywhere you get a podcast. And then also we have this one right here, Sibling Rivalry. And you know, once we get the radio station, we'll be dropping this on the radio station and all of the podcasts we do. But until next time, we out of here. Peace.